y'all? My name is Latoya Jones, and I have lost over 100 pounds with fasting and walking. And in my videos, I share with you how I did it because I know it's hard, okay? Because when I was doing it, it was not easy. Did a lot of research. People were telling you things, but you really don't know and experience it until you actually do it. So I spend my time to share with you tips and tricks on how I lost weight with fasting and walking. So if that's of interest with you, share with your friends, subscribe, like this video if it helped you. If not, don't like it. I don't like telling people like stuff. But I'm gonna share with you a message someone sent me about fasting, and it really, I really went in because I am so passionate about fasting and weight loss. And I'm passionate about helping people understand it better because a lot of people give up on fasting because of this one thing. And I'm going to share it with you. So let's dive into this message and I want to talk about it. I may get a little passionate, so I'm going to apologize right now because I really have a lot of love for fasting. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so my friend sent me this message and it starts off like this. Starting my fasting plan today, this afternoon. Had to get something to eat this morning. I went all day yesterday and got a migraine, but after I ate breakfast, it went away. All right, so first of all, I know how he feels. I know how he feels. Like you're trying to fast and then you get hungry and then you eat something and you feel better. It makes you feel like fasting is a waste of time. It's a joke. Like, why am I doing this? But I want to explain something about fasting, okay? Fasting, to me, is comparable to when a person is detoxing from a drug. Not saying food is a drug. Food is a good thing. But when you overdo it, it can become a bad thing. So imagine when someone goes into detoxification. They're given 3 days, okay, to be off that, to get that drug out of their system. They're put inside of a room and they're curled up on the bed and they're throwing up and they're sick, they're crying, they're screaming because the body is detoxing from that drug. The drug that we think is supposed to make us feel better and get us through problems is not always a good thing. Sugar, food, smoke, those are things that is good, but it's not good when you overdo it. Not saying the body doesn't need it and require some of those things, but when you overdo it, the body becomes dependent on it, and you have to send yourself through what is called a detox. When you are fasting, you are detoxing your body from what you have overdone to it. Eating too much sugar, drinking too much, eating too much. And it takes 48 hours for the body to get into ketosis. So what you're going through during the phase where you're eating or you're juicing is a detoxification. And it doesn't feel good. But as soon as you eat what it is your body is craving, you think you feel better. But I explained to my friend, if you want to feel better, if you want a better life, if you want to lose the weight, you have to go through this process. And if you want to learn how to gain control, one thing fasting does is it helps you to gain control over yourself, over the food. Not saying you can't have it anymore, but if you've gotten to a point where now you're dependent on it, or you feel like you need it to feel better to get through the day, you have to start detoxing from it because it has taken over you and you have not learned how to take control over it. This is why fasting is so important. Once your body gets into ketosis after about 36 to 48 hours, you go through this feeling of you get headaches, you feel sick, you throw up, you're agitated, you're irritated, you're angry. Those are all signs that you need to do this. You have to do this because now it is taking control of you. And once you learn to take control over the food, over the smoke, over whatever it is you do, now you can say whether you want it or not whether you need it or not. And that is such a powerful feeling to say, do I want it? Nope, don't want it. and you think about the things it's going to do to you. It's going to set you back. It's going to make you this person. It's going to tear you up on the inside, and it's going to do all these things. And you think about that when you've been through detoxification. When you fasted, you're more clear-minded, you're more able to think, and you have gained control. And 48 hours is one of the hardest times during a fast. I always say, if you can get through that 48-hour period, you are smooth sailing. You have gotten into a point where you have the ultimate control, and you're fighting, and you're angry, and you're mad, and all those feelings are coming and rushing to you. But this is the time when you have the ultimate control over yourself. And it is not a great feeling, but it is no better feeling when you have made it past that 48-hour mark and you're into the third day of a fast, of a juice fast, of a fast. And you sit back and think about, I cannot believe I made it 48 hours on a fast. It is one of the most rewarding feelings ever. And you can only get there if you accomplish it and you do it and you get over that hard hump. You confide in friends, you watch YouTube videos, you watch my videos, whatever you can do to get through that 48-hour mark. Once you overcome it, it is the best feeling. It is undescribable. You feel like you have conquered the world. You have done something that not a lot of people can do. And that is one of the things that athletes experience when they accomplish something. It's what you experience when you've gained that control. You are a fasting athlete if you can get past a 48-hour fast. It is something not a lot of people can do, and you deserve a great pat on the back and a plaque and everything else if you can make it past a 48-hour fast. And this is one of the reasons he felt like he had to eat something, because of the headache and probably the mood. And though it's not a requirement to fast, but it is something that a person does to gain control over themselves. And you are an athlete if you can make it through a fast. There should be a challenge in the Olympics for fasting. And I let them know, I read some of my messages. Those are the situations where you gotta push through. The headaches only last the first 3 days, if that. If that, they go away, because once your body is in ketosis, it is now eating its own fat. It is its own fuel. So the cravings are less, the headaches are less, if that. And if you have your electrolytes too, you're smooth sailing. You feel better. You feel you have more energy. You gain energy from the fat that your body is eating from itself. After day 2 or 3, your body is in ketosis. Once in ketosis, that's when the headaches cease or stop. And I went in. I just said so much other stuff. I also let him know, you need to give your body 48 hours to get adjusted to the fasting. It's like a detox. Imagine a drug addicted person. They're going through the detox for 3 days. When that happens, they're throwing up, headaches, what I mentioned earlier. And I mentioned that's why they have to do it for 3 days. That's how long it takes to get the drug out of the system and for them to start the recovery process. Like drugs, sugar, toxin, carbs, smoke, you're getting all of that out of your system when you go through a fast. So the headaches are bound to happen. Our bodies are detoxing. I also mentioned when you start taking the drug again, or whatever the food, when you start eating the sugar again, of course the headaches are going to go away. But you have to understand that you're doing this for a better life, a better body, and to build discipline. All of the things I mentioned. I also mentioned okay, I told y'all that already. So you will feel energized during a fast. It's just you have to go through that detoxification process. And it's a matter of, will you or will you not? Of course, consult your physician before you start anything, but this is a matter of will. And you have to think of it like this. I'm complaining. I've always wanted to do this. I've always said I was going to do this. I've been inspired to do this. I've always wanted to juice, I've always wanted to fast. And then you finally do it, and then you keep giving up and you keep giving up. You have to understand that once you push through those first 2 days, even the first 3 days, but the first 2 days are the most crucial. Push through that, and your body takes over from there. Your body will take over from there. And you'll start to feel energized. You'll start to feel amazing. You'll start to feel so good about what you're doing, and you'll start to see what you finally wanted to see and what you've been encouraged to see. And you'll finally see the health you've wanted, the body you've wanted, and you'll feel so accomplished. You'll feel so good. And that's the most amazing feeling once you get over that hump of the hard part. If you don't get over that hump of the hard part, don't beat yourself up. Just keep trying, but know that your body takes over from there, and your mind is less affected, and your body is taking over, and it is the best feeling. You will get there. Keep trying. It's like jumping for the first time into a pool thinking that you're going to fail. You're going to realize what you need to do because you've done your research and you've learned, and you're going to swim. You're going to swim when you thought you couldn't, because your body learns to take over from there. Consult your physician. Try again if you can, but understand the body's powerful. It's not going to leave you hanging. I'll talk to y'all in another video.